She spread rumors that I couldn't handle my child. At the custody hearing, the teacher testified I was the only one who cared for the child's well-being. My ex-wife Marissa thought she had the perfect plan. For 8 months leading up to our custody hearing, she'd been systematically destroying my reputation as a father. It started small. Comments at school pickup about how I couldn't handle bedtime routines, mentions to other parents that Alara always seemed tired and unkempt after my weekends. She told the neighbors I forgot Alara's lunch money and missed parent-teacher conferences. The rumors spread like wildfire through our small town. I'd catch other parents whispering when I showed up at school events. Some even gave me pitying looks, like I was this incompetent dad who couldn't figure out basic parenting. Marissa was building a case, and I didn't even realize it until my lawyer warned me. She documented every rumor, every concerned comment from friends, every time someone expressed worry about Alara's well-being in my care. Her strategy was brilliant, actually. Make everyone believe I was a disaster of a father, then present all that community concern as evidence in court. The day of the hearing arrived. Marissa walked into that courtroom with this smug confidence I'd never seen before. Her new boyfriend Rylan sat right behind her for moral support, occasionally placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. She'd even coached our 7-year-old daughter Alara on what to say. I'd overheard phone calls where Marissa would ask leading questions like, "Daddy forgets to make you breakfast sometimes, right honey?" Or, "You get scared when daddy gets loud, don't you?" Her lawyer opened with the usual routine, painted me as an unstable father who worked too much, drank too often, and couldn't provide the stable home environment a child needed. They had a whole folder of concerned citizen statements from neighbors and acquaintances. Marissa sat there nodding along, occasionally dabbing her eyes with tissues. She'd even worn this modest blue dress that made her look like the perfect grieving mother just trying to protect her child. I watched my chances of shared custody evaporating with each testimony. That's when my lawyer stood up and said, "Your Honor, I'd like to call Mrs. Calloway to the stand." The color drained from Marissa's face. She turned to her lawyer, whispering frantically, this wasn't part of their plan. Mrs. Calloway had been Alara's teacher for 3 years. She knew everything about our family dynamics, but neither side had contacted her for testimony. My lawyer had done his homework. Mrs. Calloway walked to the stand with a thick folder of documents. She looked directly at the judge and said, "Your Honor, in my 15 years of teaching, I've never seen a father more dedicated to his child's education and well-being." She opened her folder and pulled out attendance records. Every parent-teacher conference for 3 years, my signature. Every school play, science fair, and field trip permission slip, my handwriting. "I maintain detailed records of parental involvement," she continued. "This father has attended every single school event for 3 years. He volunteers for field trips, helps organize fundraisers, and personally delivered homework when Alara was sick." Marissa tried to interrupt, but the judge silenced her with a look. Mrs. Calloway wasn't finished. She pulled out more documents. "The mother has attended exactly 2 events in 3 years. Both times, she arrived late and left early. She's never volunteered, never participated in conferences, and I've had to call the father multiple times when the mother was unreachable during emergencies." The judge studied the records carefully. Marissa was frantically whispering to her lawyer, but there was no way to spin this. Then Mrs. Calloway delivered the knockout punch. "Last month, Alara came to school visibly upset. When I asked what was wrong, she told me her mommy's boyfriend Rylan had yelled at her for being too loud during his TV show. She asked if she could live with daddy every day instead of just weekends because daddy never yells and makes the best pancakes." The silence in that courtroom was deafening. Marissa's carefully constructed narrative was crumbling in real time. The judge looked at all the evidence, then directly at Marissa. "Ms. Keaton, it appears your concerns about the father's parenting abilities are not supported by any factual evidence. Game over. I got primary custody. Marissa's reputation in town never recovered, and Rylan left her 2 months later."